All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. All right. So, I first off got to say thank you so much, Michelle McKay, Cynthia Bolden, for all that you do, all that you lead by. And this week has been challenging in a good way. We literally have been on a plane, like getting up at 2 in the morning to get on a plane, and it's like we're through the coach's corner. So, I haven't figured out yet. I told you the other day, I have not figured out how to do a Zoom yet and just stay on tack when I'm on a plane. So, um, but anyway, the trip's going good in Mexico. We're seeing a lot of team and bringing them the system of growth. And for everybody that's a part of our company, it's been awesome and rewarding. So, the word for today is perseverance. And what I love about the words that you guys have, and Andrea, who gave the word? I'm not seeing it right now. I know we had it. You got to unmute.
I had to go look at my notes. Missy
Missy Brown. Okay,
Brown.
okay, Missy. This word is for you. We got some birthday people out there today, though. Roger Fuller. You know Roger, it's his birthday. Darlene Jones, Blake Vaughn, Melissa Carver. If you know any of those people, we wish you guys the most amazing birthday ever. If you're on here, let us know because we'd love to sing to you. So,
Mhm.
perseverance, Missy. Love the word. And so many of you have picked challenging words for the year, which tells me that you're setting goals. Like you got goals that you're running for, whether it's spiritual, it's your health, it's your profession, it's relationships, doesn't matter. Goals are goals. And perseverance is a huge part of attacking goals. So when I looked at the definition, I'm going to put this right here. Excuse me. When I look for the definition, it's continued effort to do or achieve something, despite difficulties, failures, or oppositions. I could stop right there and almost preach a lesson on that because perseverance is stubbornness with a purpose. It really is. It's when you set your eyes on something. You might not get there this week or next week. You might not get there in 2025, but you're on the move and you know it in your heart and there's purpose and passion in your soul. And it's something you're willing to fight for. Effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, despite failure, despite someone saying you can't. And so I'm going to share something with you, but perseverance to me, it requires two things: effort for a task and duration to keep the task up. How many people on here, if you were honest, know people, or maybe yourself, and it's okay, you knew what to do. I knew what to do. I just didn't stay the course to allow the compound effect to take over. Days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. And if I could consistently and persevere through it, in 5 years, it looks way different, right? I can tell you this in my own health journey. I'll go and then self sabotage. I'll go and then self sabotage. You ever been there? I've been there in profession. I don't see the fruits of my labor, so I stop. Jim Rohn said it's best. He said, you get really good at sowing the seeds, and sowing the seeds is sowing the seeds. The effort of sowing the seeds will pay off in a harvest one day. You just don't know when it is. So you got to persevere through the ups and the downs and the challenges and the difficulties and the naysayers. And so where I went this morning, I'll turn it to Andrea. I heard a gentleman speak one time and he talked about perseverance. And he said, you know what perseverance really gets you? confidence. Now, not all of you are in our business, but there's a lot of people in our business that's never done a presentation. They've never went to this little out called boards. They've never went to customer conversion. They've never clicked on it and actually showed it to a prospect by them doing it. And I asked myself, why? Fear. Fear. But here's what happens if we step past fear and we persevere through the difficulty, we gain knowledge, we gain skill, which enables us to have confidence. Now we start forming into this different person. I see it so many times as a former coach in the gym. I see this little ninth grader come in the gym, and this ninth grader is maybe a little bit overweight, and he's very self-confident. Got this whole confidence thing not going in his favor. And I see some that quit, and I see others that persevere. And through their 9th to 10th grade year, they start to change a little bit. Guys see a little bicep pop up and they go crazy. Okay. All you guys out there, you remember being in the 9th grade. But here's the thing. They persevere a little longer. They start to trim up. The 10th grade looks different. Somebody asks them, are you going to the prom with anybody? Oh my goodness. They got so much confidence now, right? Oh, they're the walk of the hall, right? All because in the 9th grade, they made a decision to make a move and stay with that move, stay the course. So many times I saw the opposite of retreating. And then in the 10th and the 11th, they're still trying to find themselves. So as a coach, I was always trying to encourage them to persevere. The roads are going to be choppy, potholes, difficult. Traffic's going to come at you and tell you you're crazy. But if we persevere, we can change anything we set our mind to. So Andrea, that's my thought today.
Well, I love it. And I even, guess what? Even the ladies can relate to the bicep moment, because I remember when I first got into the gym once upon a time, and it was like, oh my gosh, I actually have a muscle too. I didn't know I could have those things. So even the ladies feel that. But what I love the most about perseverance, and I think this is a beautiful word, is that it's a trait we can cultivate. Because I think sometimes we can get between our two ears. And I know that I can be really guilty of this, where I'm like, I just can't. I can't. And Michelle McKay actually made a post this week that I thought was really mean, because she was really mean to me on social media. She just stepped all over my toes, because she talked about like 4 things. Like, we treat our bodies like we've got another one waiting for us, like on the back shelf. And then there's like 4 things that we do that we kind of beat ourselves up. And one is we tell ourselves, I can't. And what I love about perseverance, and I love you, Michelle, you did step on my toes, but I think it was a good lesson. What I love about this is a trait that we can say, you know what? Every time I hear that I can turn that into, I can try. I will try. I will. I can. And so how do we do that though? Like, how do we shift that mindset? And first of all, we've got to be not afraid to fail, or at least feel that fear and do it anyway, because perseverance comes from failing and getting back up. Like, if we never have troubles, we'll never need to persevere. And guess what? We probably won't be living in the real world. Like, I don't know anybody that's like, you know what? Every single day is rosy. Everything's awesome. Like, even a toddler has bad moments, right? So all of us are going to need to persevere at some point through those tough moments. So we've got to feel the tough moment and then get to the other side. Next, we've got to focus on that growth mindset, that mindset that we can actually improve, even if it's just by 1%. Maybe I can walk a little bit farther. Maybe I can learn a new language. Oh, do I need to learn a new language? It's like all around me right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why have I not done this yet? I'm 49 years old now. It's time, guys, it's time. But I have to realize that instead of telling myself there is no way at 49 that I could possibly, no, 49 is the year that I'm going to learn to speak Spanish. I'm so excited. It's going to be so great to communicate so much more effectively. Next, I've got to understand my personal challenges. I've got to figure out what is personally holding me back. And that could be anything. It could be my fear of failure. It could be my feeling of, I know you guys did a lesson on worthy this week. Maybe I don't think I'm worthy. And so I self-sabotage, like Coach was talking about, and I don't go for those goals, right? I've got to understand what those challenges are so that I can overcome them. Next, I've got to build a network of support. Isn't it amazing? Oh goodness, I just got my own feelings. Hold on. So I'm going to tell you guys, I had 3 really incredible blessings today. And isn't it amazing when we have beautiful people that support us? So first of all, I got a message this morning with a prayer. Like somebody literally sent me an audio prayer, got me crying like the second I got up this morning. And then I had 2 good friends that are like running to support me on a big goal. And it's like when you build a support of people that love you and that you can reach out to and say, hey, I need a little help right now, it makes you feel like you can, oh gosh, well, I'm going to mess up the saying, Brent, charge the gates of hell with a water pistol. I don't know, but you can do anything, right? You can battle a circle saw. I don't know. You have these great sayings.
It
I
was
don't really
close.
know.
It was close. You gave it your good best effort.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that's all that matters. I'll fail and persevere through it. But get that support network because that can help you go do incredible things. Next, just keep those goals in mind. So when you know what you're fighting for, and you're like, okay, I've got this goal, and you've got it on your mirror, and it's in front of you, and it's on your phone, well, that's going to help you keep going. And then with that is to remember your why. So going back to the gym, right? Why do I want to lift my bag or why do I want to lift heavy things? It's so I can lift my bags in the overhead bin. That's what it all comes down to. And why? Because I want to see every inch of this beautiful world that we are blessed to inhabit. So in order to do that, I got to be able to lift that bag. So it goes back to that why, right? I got to be able to bend down and pick up those grandbabies that are imaginary, but someday maybe they're in my future. And that helps me when I don't want to, when I'm tired, whatever, helps me get back up and go do the hard thing again. So that was the lesson this morning. Sorry I got mushy, but I love you guys. It was good to see all your faces, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend.
Great lesson. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Missy, so much for the word. Guys, have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend, and we will see you back on Monday. We love you so much. Grateful
Love
for
you
you.
guys. Have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you. That was a
Thank
great
you.
lesson.